great deal of drama at a breakneck speed, and the 50 implies that no punches will be pulled this time. They are already serious, and they will soon become even more so. Things aren't. In the premiere, Jeremiah made it apparent that he would be a hindrance by setting fire to Theo's country home while he was inside as payback for selling his distillery to Dwight. Furthermore, according to Cleo, Theo was in possession of 250 bottles of vintage bourbon that was 5 decades old and cost thousands of dollars each. Mitch and Cleo feel a little more forced. Additionally, there is a subplot in which Goody attempts to find Armand, which is entertaining, but it begs the question of whether we need to worry about yet another perspective. We'll find out in time. In order to fully raise the stakes, I wouldn't be surprised if at least one of the main characters were killed off sooner rather than later. If I had to make a guess, I would say that a few of them won't live this season. We had only recently met Theo, yet his loss was devastating. Everyone in Dwight's inner circle should be concerned if Jeremiah's entire situation is affecting them personally. It starts right after the events of Season 2, with Dwight, the General, Manfredi being abducted from Margaret's, Delaney, home in the middle of the night by a team of secret government operatives led by Musso, Pollak. The relationship between Musso and Manfredi predates the Invernizzi capo's 25-year prison sentence. Musso warns Dwight during his detention that he will either turn into a government asset. Ray Renzetti, James Russo, a formidable criminal lord in New York City, who in effect, Renzetti wants a portion of Dwight's possessions, but when he declines, it creates the possibility. Buddy. Glenn Gould's character Jimmy during Season 2's events. Bodie, who is often calm and laid back, displays his vindictive side by putting a gun to Jimmy's, the proprietor of a venerable, multi-generational booze distillery. It is the most. When Jeremiah learns of the Dwight's offer, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 12 a.m. Pacific Time. The 50's official logline is, Dwight attempts to secure distribution for a secret stash of 50-year-old bourbon while facing. Before having a toast, a montage showed the crew entering the distillery industry. Mitchell explained that he was there to ensure his son didn't delve too deeply into this life, while Tyson asserted that he was ready to establish his reputation. When Cal told Dwight that he was running for governor, Dwight jumped right in and asked Cal for a favor in the future, reminding him that Dwight was aware of Cal's numerous secrets. Cleo was residing with Dwight's father. When Dwight walked outside after hearing a disturbance, he was brutally attacked by a man wearing a mask. When Cleo sliced the man's arm as he reached for his revolver, he fled. Cole was the man who had to inform his father about the failure, and his father used a red-hot poker to cauterize the wound. Dwight returned to the casino with Goody telling him that the Armand matter had been resolved as Mitch and Cleo reunited. Dwight was reprimanded by Dunmire for squandered opportunities. Before he and the woman could joke around, Cole punched Spencer out after witnessing him being attacked by a man. When Jeremiah publicly threatened Dwight, the latter retaliated by saying he wasn't impressed and that, for the first time in his life, he could tell Dunmire was afraid. The two left off as foes after Dwight threatened to destroy everything the Dunmires had constructed. The creative use of the special bourbon served to further set the scene and explain Dunmire's intense desire to acquire the property. It appears that Dwight might be underestimating the difficulties that lie ahead of him, which could cause issues later.